So for D, I looked at it for a little while, and you can't do a lot to the left-hand side, but there's loads you can do to the right-hand side. And so let's start on the right-hand side with this one. And often if I see two brackets I can multiply out, I might want to start there. I mean, I'm not going to multiply them out because I can spot that sec squared theta take away 1 is just a tan squared theta. And I know that 1 minus sine squared is cos squared theta. And tan times cos, well, you know tan is sine over cos, times by the cos. So we've just got a sine squared. And sine squared is 1 minus cos squared. And that was the left-hand side. For E, I've got a fraction, so I'll start on the left-hand side this time with the nice fraction. And I've copied that down wrong, haven't I? There's a minus there. So 1 plus tan squared on the bottom. 1 plus tan squared is sec squared. So I've got 1 over sec squared. So 1 over sec squared, that's actually cos squared, isn't it? Minus tan over sec. Tan over sec is sine squared. Do you want to show that? So tan, of course, is sine over cos. And I'm dividing by sec, which is 1 over cos. If I'm dividing by this, I'm multiplying by it upside down, and they'll end up cancelling. That's how I got the sine squared. Nearly there. So I've got a cos squared here. I'm going to write 1 minus sine squared for that one. And I've got the other one. So I've got 1 minus 2 sine squared a's, and that is the right-hand side. Let's get that out of the way. F. So for F, let's start on the left here. So I've got sec squared theta plus cosec squared theta. You might not know what to do with that, but we could actually put them as fractions, couldn't we? Because sec is 1 over cos squared, and cosec is 1 over sine squared. And if we add these two fractions together, we can have a nice common denominator of the two of them. That says cos squared theta on the bottom there. That one I've times by sine squared, so I times the top by sine squared. That one I've times by cos squared, so I times the top by sine cos squared. On the top, I've got sine squared plus cos squared, which of course is equal to 1. So I've got 1 over sine squared theta, cos squared theta. 1 over sine squared is cosec squared, and 1 over cos squared is sec squared, equals right-hand side.